Most of us associate the NBA with a name of honor, perfection, and respect. But it is not true all the time. The NBA history is full of disrespectful, hilarious, and embarrassing moments. Embarrassing and hilarious moments are part of every sport, but disrespectfulness should not be. Greetings! In this video, we will share the most disrespectful NBA moments that had a great effect on NBA history. From LeBron James to Shaq O'Neal, we'll share all clips, so watch this video. Prior to starting the topic, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the video. The NBA is all about rules and regulations, and when you're a national athlete, there is a moral duty on you whether off the court or on the court. The players are bound to respect each other in the game no matter how they are playing. The disrespectful stares, unprofessional dunks, and trolling are a big no-no for every player. Here are the 17 most disrespectful moments in NBA history. Number 1. Kermit Washington Punch. On December 9, 1977, the infamous incident, the Punch, took place. It was a game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Rockets. The game started smoothly with the Lakers in the lead, but in the middle, a fight broke out between the players. Rudy Tomjanovich ran down to break up the fight, but landed right into the fist of Kermit Washington. The punch knocked out Rudy for several minutes, and his nose and face were broken. Kermit Washington was fined $10,000 and was suspended for 60 days, but he never apologized for what happened in court. 2. Russell Westbrook not dribbling. Basketball is all about dribbling and passing. There are rules that you can dribble only once and pass the ball to the player. Players not following the dribbling rules show disrespect for the game, such is the case of Russell Westbrook, who has violated these rules many times. The prime example is a game against the Golden State Warriors. Less than 5 minutes into the third quarter of his team's game, the player took 5 steps before bouncing the ball. Seems like he was trying to travel the court just by walking. 3. Wesley Johnson getting his ankles taken by Harden. Bumping a player is a regular occurrence in the game, but James Harden took it too far during the match between the Rockets and the Clippers. While going for the point, James Harden bumped into Wesley Johnson, who broke his ankle on the impact. James Harden stared him down for a second and then scored a three-pointer. Of course, Harden denied being disrespectful and stated he was merely confused, but we all know many things could have been done to prevent this moment. 4. Scottie Pippen's dunk on Patrick Ewing. Dunks are an essential part of the sport, and we can say that several disrespectful dunks have been made in NBA history. One example is a game in 1994 where Scottie Pippen took a vicious dunk on Patrick Ewing. There was a little shove during the dunk, and Patrick Ewing fell to the ground, and Scottie Pippen stepped over Ewing and then proceeded to taunt Spike Lee, who was off the court. There was some humor after the incident, but it still qualifies as one of the NBA's most disrespectful moments. 5. Allen Iverson steps over Tyronn Lue. The NBA Finals are full of drama and excitement. One memorable NBA Final moment was in 2001 when Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue of the Lakers. By using his crossover dribble, Allen dodged Lue, who fell on his hands. Allen then proceeded to step over him to go back to the court. 22 years later, Lue still has not forgotten the disrespect, and Iverson has never apologized for it. 6. Shawn Kemp dunks on Alton Lister. Another disgraceful story the NBA faced was during the game between the Seattle Supersonics and the Golden State Warriors during a 1992 playoffs. Shawn Kemp is known as a professional dunker, and he never misses. During the game, he saw a long end and went for a dunk. Alton Lister tried to defend, but Shawn Kemp took a dunk over him, making him fall to the ground. After scoring, Kemp pointed at Alton in a disrespectful manner many times as a sign of celebration. 7. Robert Horry hits Danny Ainge with a towel. Talking about disrespectful moments off the court, in game of 1977, Robert Horry, known as the famous Phoenix Sun player, was facing issues in the game. The team coach Danny Ainge pulled him off the court after his poor performance. Horry did not take it greatly and hit the coach's face with a towel. Although he apologized later on, the moment was recorded in history. 8. Mourning versus Johnson. You may have heard of the Van Gundy leg game of 1998, the rivalry between the Knicks' Larry Johnson and the Heat's Alonzo Mourning took a practical shape during their playoff match. Both got involved in a punching fight, missing only by inches. The coach Van Gundy and Oakley tried to stop them. Van Gundy was moved to the bottom during the fight and hold on to the legs. As funny as it seems, both players were suspended for games and were issued fines due to disrespect. 9. Shaq on Dudley's dunk. As we all know, Shaq is known for forceful gameplay, and one of his targets was Chris Dudley. During a game against the Knicks, Chris was guarding Shaq. Coming with full force, Shaq dunked upon Dudley with his legs around him. After scoring, Shaq just shoved Dudley for no reason other than to clown him. Dudley's reaction tells you how disrespectful it was. 10. LeBron spun the ball in front of Ibaka's face. Playing against the Raptors in 2017, LeBron James had too much fun. The game was going in his favor. Taking advantage of it, he tried some off-court moves in his opponent's face. While standing in the corner with Serge Ibaka as a guard, LeBron spun the ball 2 times in his face before scoring a perfect three-pointer. Ibaka was surely not amused by the gesture. 11. Andrew Bynum fouls J.J. Barea horribly. While playing center for the LA Lakers, Andrew Bynum took matters into his own hands when he tried to stop Mavericks guard J.J. Barea. Barea was going for a dunk when Andrew elbowed him in the chest, resulting in a foul. The player was suspended for 2 months, fined, and an apology was issued afterward. 12. Rafer Alston slaps Eddie House. We've talked about punching, but let's get to slapping. Another disrespectful moment was when Rafer Alston slapped Eddie House during a playoff. After Eddie House was successful in scoring a point, a frustrated Alston slapped the back of his head upside down, creating a rage among players and the audience. Later, Alston admitted it was the dumbest and most disrespectful thing he did in his career. 13. Lance Stephenson blows on LeBron James. As we all know, playing against LeBron James can't be easy. Players do everything to distract and discourage the opponent. In the 2014 NBA playoffs, Lance Stephenson was given the job to guard LeBron James. In the heat of the game, Lance made a blowing gesture in the ear of LeBron James, trying to provoke him. We see LeBron James unfazed by the gesture, as he knew what Lance was doing, but the gesture was disrespectful in every way possible. 14. The day the Pistons walked out. In 1991, the Pistons were facing their bad days. They had lost 3 consecutive matches against the Bulls. During their game in Detroit, the Bulls were near to defeating the Pistons with a score of 115-94. That's when a strange thing happened. All players of the Pistons left the court without shaking hands with the rival team, leaving only 5 people on the court. This was the first disrespectful moment like this in NBA history. 15. Draymond Green's natural shooting style. Green and Steve Adams have come face-to-face many times. During their playoff, while Steve was guarding Green's drive, he received a kick straight to the groin. The Golden State forward made a shooting movement and kicked Adams in his private area. It was clearly foul play and a disrespectful gesture. 16. The Marcus Morris stare down. A stare down is not unusual in basketball. One case is in the game of the Clippers versus Mavs. After stealing the ball from Mavs guard Tim Hardaway Jr., Leonard dribbled the ball toward the basket. Kleber attempted to block his shot but fell on his hands. Leonard then moved forward and has a stare down with Kleber before moving away. Leonard made the gesture to be disrespectful. And 17. Michael Jordan dunk over Mutombo. No NBA video is complete without mention of Michael Jordan. In the 1997 All-Star Game, Dikembe Mutombo claimed that Jordan had never dunked on him before. Michael took it as a challenge, and in the 1997 playoffs, after receiving a pass from Luke Longley, Michael threw a dunk over Mutombo. He teased Mutombo with his signature finger wag, showing no one can challenge him. Now, this wraps up our video for today. Tell us if you feel we've missed something in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. See you in another video.